There are members in the cabinet who are implicated in the VBS scandal and looting. There are members in the cabinet. There are members in the cabinet.
Order, honourable members.
Who just
answer. What the Democratic Alliance will do is that should this 48 hours go by and the president does not act on this ultimatum, our federal executive will reconvene and we will make a decision going forward at that stage. So let's not jump the gun here. Let's wait and see what happens and then take it from there.
And, I think that it is reasonable to wait a certain amount of time, certain number of days. But yes, you're right. I didn't. I've acknowledged that this was a transgression. I've apologized. I've requested explanations from the presidency, but I've never received a single response to my apology, a request for explanation. And I think there were a number of things that could have been done over the last 4 months. It's been 4 months since that trip. If it was such a serious offense, it should have been a summary dismissal immediately, and it wasn't. So, I am a little bit perplexed. I mean, I have been a difficult person perhaps to work with in the department to some extent. I've been scrutinizing a number of decisions, a number of issues that I've had questions around. But, this is politics. The president ultimately needs to place on the record his reasons, and the public then needs to decide if those reasons are adequate and sufficient. I've apologized. I've placed that on the record to the president, but he never had the decency to respond to that.
There are members in the cabinet. There are members in the
Order,
cabinet
honourable members.
who, despite apparently misleading Parliament over an attempt to deploy corrupt cadres to CETA boards, remains in the cabinet. Serial underperformers and people implicated in state capture continue to sit around the cabinet table. Now, instead of being summarily fired, like DM Whitfield was, these ministers get an opportunity to submit a report to the president on their behaviour. In the past, even ministers who had serious public protector findings against them were merely admonished or had their pay docked. Yet a DA deputy minister is dismissed with the flimsiest of excuses. Are the people of South Africa expected to accept that fraudsters, corruption accused and Zondo accused are protected while Deputy Minister Andrew Whitfield is removed? But perhaps there's something even deeper at play here. Like all DA ministers and deputy ministers, contrary to what the Honourable Tambo said, Andrew Whitfield was succeeding in his job. He had opposed the attempt to make suspect appointments to the IDC board. He was raising uncomfortable questions about the Transformation Fund and the opportunities it provides for looting. And yes, he was asking the uncomfortable questions about the Lotto Tender Award. Now, given this flagrant double standard, one is left with no choice but to conclude that hard-working DA members of the executive are fired for fighting corruption, not for committing corruption. For being good at their jobs rather than incompetent. Now, if this situation is not corrected, it will go down as the greatest political mistake in modern South African history. And so, seeing the president is now cleaning house, I would like to suggest that he sweeps in front of his own doorstep before he